Following the departure of Brad Heppy, you've announced a new coaching consultant. Can you tell us a little bit about that, please?
Absolutely, yeah. The University of Gloucestershire All Golds are very, very delighted to inform everybody that Scotland international head coach Steve McCormack will join the club with immediate effect, as you say, as a coaching consultant to see us through the 2014 campaign.
You had a lot of inquiries for the position. Was it easy to narrow it down to that one man?
It's been tough, and we've been delighted by the response we've had. We've had some fantastic applications from all over the world, but right from the moment that we started discussing the opportunities with Steve, he's always stood out for us. I mean, he's got a fantastic background coaching through his work with the Scotland international side and their World Cup, getting through the group stages and only just being knocked out in the quarterfinals against a mighty New Zealand side. He's had a fantastic domestic career as well, youngest Super League coach ever when he was at Salford. He's won many Coach of the Year awards his time in the Championship and Championship 1. So he's always been a front runner. He also has his educational background, which is very, very important to us, and with the uniqueness of the club. He's a current lecturer in sports science at Warrington College, which we hope will become part of the All Golds family. So he brings down a real understanding of the educational systems and the way that a university and a professional sports team can work together. So we're absolutely delighted to have him on board.
And obviously Brad looked after not just the Championship team, but also the Bucks team, the academy as well. Will you be looking for Steve to follow a similar approach, or is it just the Championship team that would be looking at?
Absolutely. I mean, we have any person that has that sort of role has to have a holistic view over the whole club. We very much want an ethos for the club that comes from the top down, and that goes all the way from our first team, all the way down through our academy, through our Bucks system, down to our secondary schools, primary programs. We want to create a club that is known for being very professionally run, for having fantastic facilities like we are here today at Oxford's campus. We've got so much potential to do some fantastic things, and having Steve on board with his experience, his knowledge, his skills, and his wherewithal will really give us that absolute prime opportunity to do something quite special down here. So watch this space.
You mentioned that he's only taken it on until the end of the season. You'll be advertising for a full head coach position. Is Steve ruled himself out of that, or is it just sort of too early to say?
I think it's too early to say at that. We're going to let him settle into the role and make some changes to sort of training schedule so that he can bring his own personal touch to the club. I'm sure he'll have his eye on that, and we very much hope he does have his eye on the full-time permanent role. But we are going to be fair, and there'll be a full interview process, a full application process that will be followed when the time is right. But for the 2014 Kingston Press Championship 1 season, Steve McCormack will be leading the club to hopefully some more glory. The
next fixture is against London Scholars. Can we expect Steve to be taking charge of that match?
Absolutely, yep. His first match in charge of the club will be the London Scholars away trip on the 18th. He will make his debut appearance at the Prince of Wales on the 25th of May when Oldham travel down. So we're all delighted, and hopefully we can welcome him to a crowd that is that's looking forward to seeing him in the Golden Fern.
Brilliant. And finally, have you set any targets or any aims for the season, or are you just going to sort of see how things pan out?
We've had a target since day one to make an improvement on last year, which we've already shown that we can do. We're hoping that Steve will have his own targets, his own goals. I think we need to be very careful about setting ourselves anything too over the top. It's only our second professional year. For me personally, as the chief executive, I'm very, very keen to see the club grow off the field as well as on the field. And Steve's appointment is very much a massive tick in my box for the year. He's a great addition to have on our squad, and I just hope that his appointment will inspire the players to pick up a few more victories, and also will inspire the locals and indeed everybody within the rugby league fraternity to see that there's some real opportunities down in Gloucestershire. I think Some people always write off the developing areas for rugby league before the season's even started, but I think with the restructuring of the leagues, I think we're looking pretty good at the moment. So bring on the future and bring on the scholars on the 18th.